Hi, this is Attorney Dan Scott, and I wanted to talk with you today about what's going to happen when you come in for your first appointment. Now, if you're watching this video, you've already scheduled an appointment with me to talk about bankruptcy, or perhaps you found it and you want to find out what this guy Dan Scott's all about. Well, if you've got an appointment with me, the first thing you need to know is that you're going to meet with me, okay? I don't sit you down with the paralegal, say, here, get all this. I don't do any of that stuff. I want you to meet with me for two reasons. One, I want you to know who I am, right? I want you to know who I am and then find out, am I a good fit for you, right? The second thing is I want to know, are you a good fit for me, right? I mean, I want to be able to help you if I can, but if we don't see eye to eye, we definitely don't need to work together, right? I help a lot of people work through financial problems, get them debt-free, get them a fresh start, and I'm excited about that. But I'm not right for everybody, and I understand that. And so I want you to meet with me. The second thing is I want to be sure that you've got a complete understanding about the bankruptcy process by the time you leave my office. Now, many people will actually retain me on the first day. I like that when that happens because I'm here to help you. But sometimes you want to think about it, you want to talk about it together, and you don't want to talk about it in front of me. So I understand all that. So the first thing is you're going to meet with me. The second thing is we're going to talk about the problems that you have right now, the financial problems, right? What is that's driving you to think about bankruptcy? And I will talk with you about what you own and what you owe, because we want to be sure that bankruptcy is the right option for you. I'll ask you, have you ever filed a bankruptcy case before? When was it? If it's within the last 8 years, then we have to look at some dates and figure out how you can file another bankruptcy. It may be that you're going to have to file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy if you filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy within the last 8 years. If you filed a Chapter 13, you may still end up being able to go back into a 13, but there's some time parameters there as well. So we'll talk about that, talk about what your financial problems are, and then we'll also talk about what your goals are. What do you want to achieve in this bankruptcy case? You know, in a Chapter 7, usually we're wanting to get a fresh start. That is, I want to get you clean of debt. You're still going to owe on your house. You're still going to owe on your cars. And if you have student loans, you're going to still owe on student loans. But for most of my clients, that's all they're going to owe when they come out of the case. Well, that's a good thing, right? I mean, because see, the deal is you've mounted up all this debt. Don't mean you're a bad person. Just means you've mounted up a bunch of debt. And so if we can get you a fresh start, if we can put you into a Chapter 7 and you exit the Chapter 7 and the only thing you've got to pay is your house payment, your car payment, and if you got a student loan payment, pay the student loans, then man, you're in good shape. You're in good shape. Maybe your financial life is going to turn around. That's certainly what we'll talk about because I can do that for you. And then finally, we're going to talk about how to rebuild your credit. You know, it's not just enough that I get you a fresh start. I'm going to talk with you about the things that you can do about rebuilding your credit. And did you know that you can rebuild your credit? You're not destined to always have bad credit. Once you file a bankruptcy case, you can get on the road to rebuilding your credit, and I've got some ideas about that based on 35 years of doing this. And so at that time, we'll talk about how to engage me, how it is you want to hire me, and then if we want to move forward, we'll go forward right that very day. If not, we'll get started on it, move down the road, and maybe you say, well, Dan, I don't want to hire you today, but I would like to think about it. And if so, then we'll set out another date that we can talk. I'll give you some additional information. My goal for you is for you to have a strategy mapped out so that you know what relief you can get and how to get it. And in the end, I hope you think about me and say, well, that guy can help me, right? He's helped a lot of other people. He can help me too. And then we'll get together another time, okay? I hope this is helpful to you. I try to dispel some of the concern people have. It's, you know, when you're trying to go in to see a lawyer, a lot of people don't like that. I'm just a regular guy that helps people file bankruptcies, getting them debt relief so that they can get on with their financial life. And I can do that for you too. Talk soon.